channel. I'm Lindy, aka Paleobarbie, for those of you that are new. Thanks for watching. Today's recipe is going to be a keto green bean casserole. This recipe was given to me by my friend Rebecca and her sister. I have adapted it and changed it just a little bit to suit our family, but it's delicious and I thank her for it, and it's probably going to be a staple in all of our holiday shenanigans. So let's get started and I'll show you the recipe. Guys, for this recipe you're gonna need 4 cans of green beans. It doesn't matter if they're French cut or regular cut, whatever floats your boat, or you can use fresh green beans or frozen green beans, whatever you have. Also, you're gonna need a block of Philadelphia cream cheese or whatever cream cheese you use, 1 onion chopped, a half a stick of butter, garlic. I like about 4 cloves of garlic, but it's up to you how many you want to use. I really like this dish and most everything I cook with to have a lot of garlic, so that's how many I'm using. You're gonna need 2 or 3 cups of mozzarella cheese shredded, and I've already pre-shredded mine. You're gonna need pepper and salt, and you're gonna need cayenne and pork rinds. And I know that sounds crazy, but this is how it's gonna go. So this is a keto version of green bean casserole, which is way better than green bean casserole because I don't even like green bean casserole, and I love this. So let me show you how we're gonna do it. All right, so the first thing you're gonna do is melt your butter in your pan, and you're going to cook your onions until they're translucent. I'm actually cooking 2 onions here because I'm going to do a double batch, one for one household and one for another, because we go to 2 houses on Thanksgiving. But the recipe for one casserole is going to be just 1 onion chopped. So there you go. I'm going to get all these cooked up and show you what I'm going to do next. So I removed half my onions so that I can use them for my other casserole. I've added in my garlic. I'm about to put my cream cheese in and let that start melting slowly. So just put it on a low heat and just let that get all nice and soft, and you're going to mix it together really well. And then we're going to add our green beans, and I'll show you what to do after that. Just going to let that cook on low until it gets nice and melted, and then we'll throw our green beans in and combine them. All the cream cheese is melted and I've mixed together with the onions. Now I'm going to go ahead and add in my 4 cans of green beans. Make sure you drain your canned green beans if you're using canned. And so I'm going to go ahead and add those. And all incorporated with the cream cheese onion mixture. I'm going to go ahead and add some salt and pepper to this, and then 1 handful of mozzarella cheese. Mix that in, and then I'm going to transfer it to my casserole dish. Now I'm going to transfer it. So it's all transferred. I'm using a disposable pan for this one because this one is the one going over to my brother-in-law's house. Also, they freeze really well, so if you're freezing yours ahead of time like me, these are great because you can double wrap them in foil and parchment paper and they will freeze fine. So I'm going to cover the top with mozzarella cheese, and then I'm going to make a topping that goes on top. So the original recipe came from, like I said, my really good friend Rebecca and her sister, and they put the traditional green bean casserole onions on top, the crispy onions. But since I have so many onions in the casserole, I decided to make a different kind of topping. So this is how I make mine, and I will show you the topping in just a minute, but let me get this covered with some mozzarella first, all over. This is Thanksgiving, guys. Don't be stingy with the cheese, right? All right, so I'm gonna get it all covered, and then I'll make the other topping. In your blender, food processor, whatever you have, you're gonna wanna put a whole bag of pork rinds if they're the small bags from Aldi. If it's a large bag, probably half a bag for 1 casserole of your pork rinds in here, and you're gonna just grind it up into pork cloud dust, or whatever you wanna call it, in your food processor. Once you have your pork dust or pork breadcrumbs, whatever you wanna call it, you're going to put a teaspoon, if you like, of cayenne pepper in here and mix it up. It just gives it a little bit of a kick, and it really tastes good. If you're not into hot things, then just leave that part out. And you don't have to add salt or pepper or anything, just because the pork rinds themselves have so much salt in them on their own. So I'm going to go ahead and add my cayenne, mix this up, and then we're going to add it to the top of this. You're simply going to sprinkle it all on the top until you use it all up. All right, it's ready to go in the oven. So it's going to go in an oven that's been preheated to 350 for about 20 to 25 minutes, depending on your oven. And you just let it get all golden and melty. It's really yummy, guys. So I'll show you when it comes out.